Hello, I'm MJ. I'm your Atlas to Love, Light, and Life. Today's reading is a timeless twin flame tarot card reading. We're going to look at the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies and see what we have coming in the future. And this reading is meant for you to hear it whenever it finds you. Right now, today, we have a snowstorm. So we're officially snowed in, and what better time to utilize my psychic skills and abilities and all of my gifts to get a message from the heart and share it with love. If you'd like to purchase a personalized reading with me, we can pull in their energy. My email address is em3dj3@gmail.com, and all of my pay links are listed below if you'd like to pay it forward. But I'm going to go ahead and jump into the reading. The first card, it's saying to me, harmony has been established. Both parties know who their person is, and they're trying to make the best of their own life. They tend to think more with their mind, and that's okay from time to time in life. It's how we process things. It's how we climb that ladder of evolution and learn the lessons that were being taught to us all along. Next, as we move down, I think we have a divine masculine who is really going it within currently. And this feels like for a month. I'm hearing for a month. This next month is going to mean so much because they're really finding out who they truly are and learning how to love themselves. In the past, their heart may have been broken, or maybe they broke some hearts. And that could be because their counterpart has always kind of stuck in the back of their mind. And they were sort of fighting with that information. But I don't feel with these cards that they're really ready to come in quite yet. Sorry about my kitty Odin. He does not like being snowed in. So we have a situation with the next row here where money is very important. They're trying to do what's right there, but they know that, let's say you're not loaded or you don't have a lot of money, it doesn't even affect your being. You're just happy and you're free no matter what. You're not going to let things bother you. Every day is a brand new beginning for you. And you'll take advantage of this time too. And well, you're going to shine your light. Because you ain't no fool. I'm seeing king, king, king. 3 kings. So at this point in the reading, we've got that masculine energy reigning supreme. It's their time to live their life. Now, since this is a generalized reading, let's consider it the other way around. For some of you, it's the feminine who's making the money, excuse me. And yeah, getting the messages or sending the messages with that third eye. Look at the colors on that card, that indigo. And they've got time to waste. They don't care. They know what'll happen when the time is right. But it looks like the masculine is mad. They want to be open. They want to be free. And they're sick of waiting around for that. If you look at the bottom 2 cards here, they know exactly what they want in the world. And in their eyes, You already have that. But how? And in a sense, it's like they know what they want, but how are they going to get that? And each time they let things climax, each time they allow themselves to reach this boiling point, it's like all for nothing. I think they're afraid to love someone unconditionally and fully, and they want to believe that they only need themselves. And this too, shall pass. In the top of the reading, I see so many swords. That's information, that's air. It makes me think something's going to change. They can say all they want to say, but it's almost like someone's not hearing it. So they can kind of stop wasting their energy on that. Let me pull from another deck and see what we get there. Alright, so with this deck, there's just a lot of information, and both people might feel sort of defeated at times. Why isn't my person contacting me? And from the overall looks of this, the energy is in the lower chakras, but it's also up in the higher chakras. The lower chakras are the divine masculine, and the higher chakras are the divine feminine. You've got a lot of communication going on. I would say the feminine, you're a superstar. And you can manifest anything that you want. All you have to do is put the right energy out there. So keep showing off. Keep doing things posting things to make your person laugh, to make them proud of you. Post them like you're not even posting them for anybody else, though. Because when they see that stuff, even if they're like, oh my gosh, I'm judging this or that was dumb, they're going on there, they're checking, and they truly do love you, and it's helping the soul heal. I would have to say that both of you have probably learned a lot of harsh lessons in your lifetime, and these tower moments were meant to happen to show you that if the two of you were together, you could be super successful. You could have anything. You could snap your fingers and just like that. But it's all about that balance. And the colors on the cards are equally masculine and feminine here. I see fame. I see fortune. I see two people trying to make their life the best that they can make their life, and doing it their own specific individual ways, right? And saying, I'm going to be happy the way I want to live anyways. The bottom two cards are the ones that are standing out the most to me. It's almost as if that masculine, the emperor, sitting there on his throne saying, I can take care of myself, or it's important for me to do the things that I'm supposed to do. But they're looking over there at the feminine, who owns their information. They can back what they have to say up, or they don't even have to. They don't even care. It's like living in the clouds. So we have one rooted on the ground and one up in the clouds, and that's a perfect balance there. So this just brings everybody into union so much faster. Let's see what the next deck has to say. Here I'm seeing internal and outer fighting. It's that drama. I would say probably from both sides, both people. It forces change. It's really useless. Quit fighting change. But this could say something about the environments of the two people. It looks like two people who are really working hard. They're manifesting the life that they want, slowly. In all reality, they They do have the life that they've created or chosen, and they're really proud of who they are. They're really proud of who they've become and what they have. They may have always been doing it for the other person, but I don't think they've said that to each other. And I feel like they meet in their dreams or while they are sleeping. And so it's hard to wake up out of slumberland and go back to reality and say, hey, I'm putting on a happy face. I'm not going to let anything bother me. It's like dipping out of, that going within stuff. And it's good to have someone to think of. Like, I'm kind of doing that for them. They'd be proud of me if I did that. But the magic, it's just not there. It's just not happening. Almost as if without each other. There's blockages. Some of the spiritual gifts. This can be blockages in the chakras. It can be not being able to utilize the elemental influences and things like that to channel the right energy in. Look at that moon card there. Day and night, right? We have two opposite, I think they're wolves on the card, trying to do things their way. They think my way is the right way. The other thinks my way is the right way. And it really keeps you guys balanced in the middle there, even though it seems a little bit confusing, and right on the path, straight towards each other. If you look at the path, it almost looks like the number 3. And so this tells me that you're meeting in your dreams at night for at least 3 hours every time you guys sleep. Now, if you have different schedules that you sleep, it wouldn't really matter. Your soul can still align with your soul, whether the other person's awake or asleep. We have people playing it safe, both the masculine and the feminine. They don't want to lose what they do have, and they're not willing to take any risks. They're not willing to step out of their comfort zone quite yet, or invest in the actual life that they choose to live, because that would mean they'd have to move away. They'd have to drop everything and change everything. And they've worked really hard to become, to have the thing, this 4 of Pentacles. It's like, I don't want to lose the things that I do have. But so much root chakra colors in these cards, and justice will be done. I mean, the scales will balance out. Everybody knows the most important information. There could be soul contracts with other people. I almost get a feel for some of you, since this is generalized. One person's dating someone, the other person's not. And interestingly enough, all 3 people on a constant daily basis are experiencing some heartache, because nobody's satisfied and nobody's fulfilled. And the words are not being shared between the 2 people that are together, or from the one who's somewhere else. There's definitely distance in these cards. People who are not in close proximity. So let's see what we get with the next one. Next pull. Okay, so here, number 11, reigning at the top. So just keep in mind that whenever one person is hurting, the other person's pretty happy, and vice versa. Now, picture that on a continuous scale throughout the whole entire individual lifetimes of two people. That's the way the soul works. I do sense contracts being, paid out. That karmic debt kind of stuff. Soulmates coming in for reasons to teach the soul or for the soul growth. And that does go away at times. And then it comes back, and then it goes away at times. So I picture one person as being free and the other person as being sort of tied down. Note that this is a general reading. And sometimes we can be free when we're in a relationship and tied down when we're not. If that ain't some mind games. But we have the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So the feminine is not able to share her passions, share her dreams with their counterpart. And the Knight of Wands shows that the Divine Masculine's not going to come in and say it. He's not going to give that message. He's blocked, or he or she is blocked, the masculine. But we have two people, both people, remembering maybe a specific day or a specific time in their, or all of the specific times in their lives where they had that other person to think about to make themselves feel better. Moving down, we have the Ace of Wands. That's the flame. That one soul, that one flame. But there's a reverse Pentacles, and that's laying to the left, which I always consider as sort of like the past. I think both people feel like they'd like to be the breadwinner, or if that opportunity was supposed to present itself, then why hasn't it? Or why isn't it? I think they're both trying to manifest each other. But the masculine might be doing it more so on a, I'm gonna do this all by myself in life kind of. That's just the feel I get for right now. And the feminine, big dreams there. Big goals, aspirations, hopes. No fear. I sense fear for the masculine. No fear on the feminine side of the soul. I'll pull this down a little bit. So what does that leave us with here? The masculine. Their heart's closed off to everyone and anything. They think they're the only one who can satisfy themselves based upon these cards and fulfill all of their emotional needs. There may have been some relationships in the past that didn't really work out. But gee, I wonder why. It's because of the flame. They may not even realize when they close their eyes because they may be living a little bit more 3D than the feminine. That's you, the feminine, or who they're seeing. That's who they're feeling. They lay down in a hot bath or curl up and cuddle with themselves to go to sleep at the end of the day. Because if you look here, it tends to be with this Two of Cups, the bottom left, how they're staying rooted, they're staying grounded, and they're doing that so much that there's things growing out of them. It's like, and birds are even sitting there. And that's just lack of change. But with the divine feminine, they've always known that's who their person is. That's a ram. They've always been pushing forward, trying to make that happen. Out there open sharing themselves. I do not think the feminine is the runner. Even though the masculine looks grounded there. But the feminine might be a little out of their league, or the feminine might be not like everybody they've ever known. In fact, they're more like their masculine than anyone they've ever known. But the masculine might be living the old ways, but the feminine has to some very different from the norm stuff in their life. The masculine would have too. That just didn't come up because they had to stay in their comfort, safe, secure zone. A twin flame conversation with them would be like, there's no such thing as twin flames, but think of it from their 3D perspective. That's just somebody I liked at one point in time. Well, what do we have coming here? It looks like the feminine is pulling in the correct energy for the masculine to work through their shadows. And we've got the two horses, the black sheep and the white sheep. The Chariot, right? It's coming to a point where you don't have to say butt heads, but maybe the universe is going to align you two for an energetic exchange or meeting. Something you can't even believe or picture or imagine within your head. If it was supposed to happen, the universe would make it happen right now. And there's nothing I have to do about it, right? Look at that 22. If you're watching this in February, I would say that's a big number, that 22 of February, which is June. This is a big day in 2022 for you. It's when the flame begins to operate as one, carrying the torch together. That's above, so below. Far, close. It really doesn't matter though, in any way. Let's see what the next deck has to say. Sorry, my cat knocked me to the side a little bit and pulled my camera up. Odin. They hate being snowed in. They have too much painted up energy. I want to get out there, but it's a blizzard. I'm not letting them out. With this deck here, I see a masculine who might be kind of selfish. They're collaborating with the wrong fucking people in their life to get the things that they even want or need. You know, it's that material stuff, the element of earth, right? Somebody or some people might be telling them, if you play it by my rules, then you can have everything that you want, but that's just not the case. And then we've got the feminine, and I truly believe that every feminine ends up being a mother in whatever environment that they are in and taking care of the needs of others more than themselves. And this doesn't have to be like raising children, but you are so good at the house, at the home, at the meeting the needs of others that they're never going to let you go. And kind of the same on the masculine end too. And they have a specific set of needs, and this is not 1950s people, but as long as those needs are met, then it stops change. But that leaves both the masculine and the feminine in a situation where they both feel very disappointed. Look at the card there, the 5 of Cups, where yeah, we let go of this and we let go of this and we release this, but there's one person or 2 cups. It's the 2, the masculine and the feminine, can never release their other half, their divine counterpart. And just looking at the general over, like the color of these cards, see the oranges and the yellow there? That's the sacral and the solar plexus area, so there could be some health issues or concerns at play here. I would say, in some cases, one flame, they're shining, whether they have health conditions or not. And like maybe looking at the other one and sort of judging them, like, oh, they're either getting old or they're not as cool as I thought they were, or something like that. Um, but then look at the feminine with the Five of Swords. And in the card, it's the masculine laying on the ground, and she's waving those swords around. She's carrying the sword for both of the flames. And the other one, the masculine, tends to be like, I'm just going to lay there and take it again. So I feel like the feminine's been through, let's just say like 5 troublesome experiences in their life, or, you know, many more too, but like major events. And the masculine might only be at 3. He's only incorporated 3 of the lessons. So the feminine's winning here. And then down at the bottom, it's the feminine and the High Priestess card. And this feminine, she's owning the show. She gets to write in the book of the life of the soul what's coming next. It's up to the feminine. The masculine's not getting any say. And it's still a situation where it's black and it's white, which is stupid because the world is gray. And unconditional love really does exist. And that will be shared with communication from that third eye chakra. There is telepathy going on. And just looking at these cards, it's like daddy needs mommy to take care of him. He's not going to say it. And they don't have to. Non-gender specific, but it's just really a lot of work for the divine feminine, more than the masculine could ever even know, to keep their counterpart balanced and aligned without communication, mind you, and without emotional connection, mind you, because the feminine has taken the call. And the masculine, they're just stalling. Oh my goodness. Do you hear that cat going crazy in there? Let's consider that the masculine. And I feel like the feminine is just kind of sick and tired of waiting for the call. They're like, I don't care if I get it or I don't. I'm just going to spread my wings, spread my love. They've got a lot of angel guidance, which the masculine does too. It's the same soul. And everybody's being cleansed and healed, but there's still that third person in the bottom, and that could be on one side, not the other, or on both. It's these soulmates. And think really deep. Maybe we've had 3 intense soulmates, or 5 based on the 2 5s above that. It doesn't really matter. We're here to live out our life purposes. And when we take the call from the universe, we can have anything that we want, that we need. We are like instantly healed. And all of our health problems go away. We heal ourselves, we heal our counterpart, and all the sensual stuff can come in. It's that kundalini. There's a lot of love in these cards. All of them except for the High Priestess card, which is the book of our life, and these things were meant to happen too, contain the color green. I do not see green on the Queen of Pentacles card either. Oh yeah, I do, in the trees. So, love is the only thing that matters. And then we can have everything else we want, if that's what we're putting out, is love. But here I'm seeing some struggles, some hardships, some pain. There's no emotion. It all stems from love. This hurts me. Hey, and the screen popped up a green screen, the heart chakra color. Yep, hey, that's the message. Love instead. Love anyways, because it's the only emotion. Let's see what the next deck has to say. When I think about my love for you, I feel strong, like I can do anything. That reminds me of the Strength card and how you guys are both stronger together. You meet me in my dreams, and this is why I look forward to resting, hoping you will be there too. I was just saying that in the other poll. Some days, I just want to walk out the door and leave it all behind and come to you, never look back. But strikingly enough on these cards, it's almost like not just come to you. It's almost like the other person or both people maybe just need a fresh start in life. And that's not to say they're not happy with what they do have, but I think they're excited about what the universe is bringing for them. If we were supposed to be together right now, the universe would make it happen. I have my fingers crossed for the day we manifest each other for good. Hey, look. Pisces, Aries, Taurus at the top there. If that's for any of you. And it's Aquarius moon right now too, which is the one to the left here. When I am creating art, I am expressing the way I feel about you. I see you in every picture and hear you in every song. I feel like there's photographers in the mix. I feel like people who are getting messages through music. That Judgment card in the last poll really made me feel that for sure. I'm being guided and directed to you. The signs are overwhelming. They are everywhere. Even when we are ignoring these messages, DM specific, that statement was for them. They're still present. They're still there. I know I have a higher purpose, and the key lies in connecting with you. Think of the Tower card where the key didn't fit. That's just going to keep happening to the DM over and over again. And they say, but how am I going to make that happen? But I'm sensing more of a resistance there, like I don't have to do anything. I'm going to let the universe pull that around and in place for me. It's not really laziness, it's more like fear. Remember, fear's not even a real emotion. You have nothing to be afraid of. I think of you first thing in the morning and every night before I fall asleep, obviously, because you are me and I am you. We're one soul. That's never going away. And we just have to find ways to not let that hurt us. Divine feminines don't take offense if they don't need you at certain times, and divine masculines don't run away. You can't run away. You can never run away from this, no matter what. I want you to be mine, and I want to give you everything I've got over and over again forever. You see the keyword there? Forever. You're never going to stop thinking about this person, no matter how hard you try and block your mind from knowing this. That's an impossibility. There's no such thing as your soul forgetting how much it loves itself. If it was to do that, you would possess no self-love. And this card's about like lust, right? And sexual things. So this video is for 18 plus only. Whenever they climax, whenever they think naughty thoughts, it's always you they're thinking of. Even if they have several other people or whatever that they go to for that, or like that they visit in their mind when they're trying to visualize an experience with another person or with themselves, it's always you. The soul climaxes together every time. And for the feminines, if you have crying and things like that going on afterwards, there's meanings behind all of that. A lot of things are released. A lot of things are manifested with that tantric sexual stuff. All right, I'm going to move on to the next deck. Now here, these are actual angel tarot cards with actual angels listed on them, but they also list a tarot card as well. And starting up at the top, and I can't pronounce the angels' names without referencing the book, which I do enjoy doing. But for the sake of keeping this video a little bit shorter, it's the 10 of Cups. Ten of Cups is everything you've ever dreamed of, everything you've ever wanted. The number of the card is 71. 7 plus 1 is 8. And it says, God, Master of the Universe, you are both divine warriors. This confounds the wicked, brings victory and peace. Next, we have the Three of Wands. That's energetic collaboration, and that's the number 9. Excuse me, that is the number 3. 3 has come up in this reading so much. I get a huge sense that somebody's worried about, like, if they were to connect or contact their person, then on the other side, one side or the other, they would feel like their person might say, I can't cheat, or that would be cheating, right? This one's the God of Hope. It's construction of the universe. It helps with great works and protection from adversaries. And there you go. Then we have another 3, the 3 of Swords. This is the number 39, the quickly forgiving God, love and submission. It cures illness, which is wonderful in this disease and germ world, and it influences paternal love. It gives long life. Next we have the number 11, which is a huge twin flame number, and this is the King of Swords, and each person being really sure of the information that they believe and why they believe it and know it. This is the exalted God. Victory grants victory and protection from lightning strikes. In the middle, we have the Strength card. This is the number 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. Lucky sevens. The raising God. Sevens are spirituality, wisdom, and exploration. Loyalty to the soul, the one soul, and delivery from those who seek to oppress. This brings victory, just like the card beside it. 4 of Cups. Number 23, 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 is change. It's conflict, it's expansion. The God deflecting evil. Healing capacity. Protection from weapons. Safety in travel. And I felt travel several times in these cards. It's almost like one person's mad at the other person for not traveling, because then how would they ever come into contact and know for sure or feel that energy again like they did in the past? It has to happen, from what I'm picking up on, by chance. And that masculine's not going to come in and make it happen, because then they would have changed the course of the destiny, the course of history. Okay, down here we've got Page of Cups. This is the number 40. 4s are stability, application, and formation. God who rejoices. Divine comfort, gives consolation and protection from one's enemies. In the middle is the Devil card. And this card is not numbered because it's one of the archangels. It's not a bad card. It's not an evil card. It's the severity of God. Yes, it says, what were our downfalls? Seduction. Using that to get things from other people. And this card talks about communicating with the dead. There's a light and a darkness within us all. The next thing it says, it teaches the occult and magic. So one of the party, probably the feminine, dibbles or dabbles in some herbs and some crystals and some rituals. And that stuff to the masculine might seem quite out there, or in their mind evil. This is also one of God's angels. It's not Satan. None of that stuff's evil. It's the white, the light, the source. It's God. Knight of Wands, number 24. 2 plus 4 is 6. So we've got cooperation, harmony, and compassion. God the good in himself. This is protection. It prevents discovery of secret crimes and saves from exiles. Okay, let's see what the next deck brings. We are reaching a culmination in the energy of the wands. This is the end of a cycle. passion, desire, willpower, that fire within. So there might be some anger going on in the masculine, on the masculine side, and it's like they have this big humongous heart that they just want to give love and share this with others, but the signs are all around them. They're not paying any attention. They're not going to give that message that, hey, I love my person. They are trying to be reborn in their own life, and they might have a lot of eyes seeing them. They might care what other people think about them or something like that. In that card, the baby being held there, it's like, I gave birth to this creation of who I am, and I want to make sure that everybody cherishes or likes this. And they might not be getting a lot of good feedback there from the people in their environment, and if they are getting good feedback, it could be temporary with the Nine of Pentacles, and it's one-sided in that the masculine's just thinking that that's what people are saying, but really behind their back they're sort of laughing at them, and really the only person happy is the masculine, because this Knight of Pentacles says that they're getting the wrong message, and they're not going to get anywhere when it comes to these earth, the element of earth, you know, that financial stuff, the material stuff. And if there's anything sensual attached to that, it's all just for show. It's not really coming in the way they'd want it to be. But down here at the bottom, the two cards to focus on as this culmination reaches and they start to realize it's not what they thought it was. And they're putting their energy in all the wrong places, and they can't satisfy themselves. They do need their counterpart. The universe is going to come in, and they're going to say, everything's going to be okay. You were supposed to go through this so that you could become stronger, so that you could be there for your divine feminine counterpart. And in many cases, the feminine is going to be the one who wears the pants for a little while. They've already been living free. They've already been open to the signs, to the guidance, to the communication. I just saw 222 there, and this is February 2022. Even though the reading is timeless and general, I feel like for anyone who was drawn to this video or got the privilege of watching this, we've got both sides coming. We've got one open to the universe, the feminine, the top, the half, that's the feeler, really the drama, the one who's open to the messages, meeting in the middle here with these bottom cards, because the King of Pentacles is super grounded in those lower masculine chakras. This shows balance, this shows alignment, and 222 means in the twin flame land, and 222, union, divine union of the soul, which we are always a divine union, but I think physical union is coming. Element of earth. All right, and see, carrying the torch, one flame. You are the same soul. 333. That just came across my phone as well. All right, I have one more deck to pull after this. Let's see what we get. The number 48 is the money safe. This indicates riches. So yeah, money's always been a factor, whether you guys got together or not. 8 plus 4 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. The number 52. 5 plus 2 is 7. Lucky sevens. The shepherd indicates an intense love of life and strong fellow feeling. Yes, you have that in your flame, and maybe only your flame in life. The number 11, the fox. This shows distrust of acquaintances. Be careful who you trust. They're leading you astray. They want to betray you. They're seeking to do this. Create some distance with them, and there will be less danger there if you can do that. All right, number 50, the bear. 5 is change. Expansion. The bear is a sign of successful speculations. So trust your intuition, trust your gut, trust your inner guidance. Because you're right. 4 plus 7, number 47 equals 11. the bride ensures for a single person fulfillment of their highest aims. If you're not single, though, or you're distant from the person you're with, it could just be showing some turbulent married life, and nobody deserves to go through that on a repeat. 2 plus 8 is 10, or 1. The anchor denotes successful ventures in business and love. So you guys can do great together. As long as you have each other's love, you'll do excellent in the world of finances. The number 41 shows 4 plus 1 is 5. Roses indicate beauty and rugged health. Let's say it was some day that you just woke up and got out of the shower. Your person's going to think you're beautiful. You don't have to put a bunch of makeup on or something like that. And they might like you more natural versus all done up and fake and stuff. I love to get fake, though. It's super fun. But I also like the days when I just throw a sweatshirt on, and some jeans. I feel like that's when I'm representing the masculine more. But I also like to represent the feminine. I like to keep it balanced back and forth all the time. Or alignment. The number 27, 2 plus 7 is 9. The dog, if near, represents true friends. So here this tells me that you guys need each other's friendship. Even if, let's say, it can't be more than that right now. It's super important for both of you to be successful and feel proud of who you are. Just to be talking. But this card also represents the unconditional love that twin flames are here on the planet to feel and share and shine that light to others so they can do the same with their flame, and then once they're with their flame, with everyone else too. 14, number 14, 1 plus 4 is 5. Got some more change here, and this one's going to be a sign. It's going to be some good news. And last but not least is the number 49. 9 plus 4 is 15. 1 plus 5 equals 6. Cooperation, harmony, compassion. Your person's spying on you from time to time. They're not going to go on your story where you can see who watched it, but they're going to check your actual posts, and they're going to see who you are now and what you're doing right now, and they're going to notice the mirroring. When they look into your eyes, it's like looking into their own eyes, their own soul, the soul. The eye is the window to the soul. They've never not been interested in you. They're just fucking selfish. They've got their own shit going on. And this changes so many 5s in this reading. Is it the kind of change that's going to last? Well on our way. Almost there. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching my video. And if you're snowed in, to stay safe and warm and cozy inside. It is blistering winds out there, and it's so cold. Is it blistering? I'm not sure how you even say that word. I have a Pomsky puppy, though. He's not a puppy anymore. He's grown up. And I took him outside tonight in the snow, and he just loves running circles and pushing his nose down and throwing up piles of snow. It was so great. I got to put on my new snow gear that I got for myself on because I knew this weather was coming, and I'm not dumb. I have to walk out in this every day because I have an animal. And so I was going to stay nice and warm because I'm an outside person. And truthfully, like, I can't handle being indoors all the time. I have to get out there, I have to get grounded. I feed the birds and I feed the squirrels, and just, I need to feel the sun on my skin and just smell the breeze and see what's going on in the neighborhood. I'm not even kidding you. In Ohio today, there was people, because we got, like, I don't know, at this point it's probably about 10 inches of snow, but they had a nice looking couch actually, and they were pulling around with this really nice, like, pickup truck, like these two teenage kids on the back of it, and they were waving and everything, and it was so silly. But at least people are trying to make the best of it, because everybody's kind of stuck at home, and that's okay right now in the world. And I feel bad my friends out in California don't get that privilege. They don't have snow days. We get to get bunkered in, and it's a pretty great thing. And the reason why I decided not to do my video like showing me today is because I'm not even joking. It's so chilly with the wind gusts coming on all four sides of the house, even though the house is insulated and everything, that I chose to put my Snuggie on. And I've been wearing a hat on and off all day, so you cannot keep curly hair pretty when you have to put a hat on or off 15 times a day. And if you noticed, it got a little quieter. I threw out the little kitty Odin. He just wanted to go outside so bad. So I better cut this video short and go grab my little baby before he gets buried by a snowdrift or something. He's so cute. All right. Peace, love, and namaste from MJ. I'm your Atlas to love and life and light. And I hope this brings you some clarity and some comfort. If you'd like to purchase a personalized reading, email me at em3dj3@gmail.com. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on all of my social media sites. They will be listed below. And if you're not into really purchasing a reading, pay it forward if you can. I would be so honored for any donations, and I would use it towards my craft to buy new cards, a new cloth for my table, some new candles, and incense. All of the things that make what I do possible. I really appreciate it. Stay grateful, stay thankful, and we will all be blessed collectively. See you next time. Love you. Peace. I'm out. For now.